Could an astronomical event, such as the upcoming total solar eclipse, hold a deeper, more profound meaning than we realize? When we look skyward, could it be that we are witnessing more than mere celestial movements? Could it be that the universe, in all its infinite wisdom, speaks to us through these spectacular events, creating a celestial canvas that may hold the key to deciphering our destiny? Throughout the ages, celestial events have always held sway over human thoughts and emotions. The sight of an eclipse, for instance, has often been accompanied by a mixture of awe, fear, and anticipation. From the ancient civilizations of Egypt and Babylon to the Mayans and the Incas, mankind has always been captivated by solar eclipses, often attributing them to divine intervention or viewing them as harbingers of change. Solar eclipses, particularly total solar eclipses, are considered by some to be of immense significance. They aren't just rare astronomical phenomena where the moon completely obscures the sun's light, casting a shadow on Earth. Many believe that they are carriers of a divine message, a cosmic sign that signals pivotal moments in the history of humanity. But is there a deeper meaning hidden within these celestial occurrences? Can they really be a divine signal, a prophetic warning of things to come, or perhaps even a herald of the end times? To attempt to answer these questions, we need to delve into various historical, cultural, and biblical contexts. Biblical texts in particular have often associated celestial bodies with significant events. The sun, moon, and stars are depicted not just as celestial bodies, but as divine timekeepers. They are viewed as markers of sacred times and seasons, signaling significant events on Earth. For instance, in the Christian Bible, the book of Genesis speaks of the sun, moon, and stars as being created to act as signs to mark sacred times. The Gospel of Luke, too, refers to signs in the sun, moon, and stars in the context of the end times. But are these references literal or metaphorical? To discern their true meaning, we must delve deeper into the historical and biblical contexts, and also reflect on the state of the world today. The upcoming total solar eclipse on the 8th of April, 2024, is not just an astronomical event, it's an occurrence that invites us to pause and reflect. Is it a mere spectacle, a wonder of nature that would be admired and then forgotten, or could it possibly hold a deeper meaning? As we anticipate this celestial event, we are called to explore the mysteries of our universe and our place within it. We are urged to delve into our history, to seek enlightenment from our ancient texts, and to contemplate on our present circumstances. It's an invitation to embark on an exploration of self, society, and the cosmos, and to ponder upon the profound mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our existence. Could it be more than just an astronomical phenomenon? Could it be a divine signal, a prophetic warning, or perhaps a herald of the end times? To answer these questions, we need to delve into the historical and biblical context phenomena. The Bible, in several passages, associates the sun, moon, and stars with prophecies of the last days. Luke 21:25, for instance, speaks of signs in the sun, moon, and stars in the context of the end times. But to discern the meaning of these celestial signs, we must reflect on history, biblical references, and the circumstances of the world today. History, as Ecclesiastes 1:9 suggests, is cyclical. Patterns repeat, and God's character does not change. Throughout the ages, God has communicated his divine will and purpose through a variety of means, and one of these means is patterns. Patterns that can be seen in the natural world, in human behavior, and in the events of history. From the very beginning, God has used these patterns to send messages to mankind, to confront nations for their transgressions, and to signal impending divine judgments. One of the ways these divine messages and judgments have been represented in the Bible is through symbolism. In the book of Revelation, chapter 6, we find one most striking examples of this symbolism: the four horsemen of the apocalypse. These four figures are not literal beings, but symbolize the effects of divine judgment upon the world: division, war, famine, and economic crisis. Each of these horsemen represents a distinct form of judgment that God has used in the past to confront nations for their sins and to bring about necessary change. Now, as we find ourselves on the threshold of a significant celestial event, the solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024, we find ourselves confronted with a question: is this eclipse a divine warning sign, a signal from God that we are on the brink of another cycle of divine judgment? Or is it simply a natural event, a beautiful and awe-inspiring yet ultimately benign display of the wonders of the cosmos? This question is not a trivial one. The potential significance of this eclipse is far-reaching, with not only for the scientific community, but also for the spiritual world. Could it be, as some believe, part of a larger unfolding biblical prophecy? Could it a sign that we are entering a new phase of God's divine plan for the world? Or is it simply a celestial occurrence, a natural event that carries no inherent spiritual meaning or significance? These are not just matters of academic or astronomical interest. They are questions of deep spiritual and prophetic importance. They require us to reflect, to pray, to seek discernment, and to strive for a deeper understanding of the biblical and historical context in which we find ourselves. The eclipse of 2024, its potential significance, and its possible implications for the United States and Israel are not just matters of astronomical interest. These aren't simple astronomical occurrences that can be relegated to the realm of stargazers or enthusiastic hobbyists. They are questions of prophetic importance, requiring reflection, discernment, and a deep understanding of biblical and historical contexts. In conclusion, the solar eclipse on April 8, 2024 may hold more significance than meets the eye. This celestial event, a rare spectacle that captures the attention of millions around the globe, is indeed a wonder of the universe. A dance between the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun, it teaches us about the mechanics of our solar system. But could it also hold deeper, more profound meaning? Let's delve into the realm of the metaphysical. The concept of interpreting celestial events as omens or prophetic signs is as old as civilization itself. From the ancient Babylonians, who believed eclipses were a sign of divine wrath, to the Mayans, who saw them as a powerful omen of change, human beings have long linked these captivating events to prophecy. As we stand at the dawn of a new era, we can't help but wonder if the 2024 eclipse carries us through the pages of history. We see civilizations interpreting the solar eclipse in myriad ways. The Chinese inscribed on oracle bones that the eclipse was a dragon swallowing the sun, a prophecy of famine or war. The Vikings saw the eclipse as a sign that the world was ending, the wolf Fenrir swallowing the sun. The ancient Greeks, on the other hand, perceived eclipses as an angry message from the gods, a call to self-reflection and moral overhaul. And in many Native American tribes, the eclipse was a symbol of the temporary death and rebirth of the sun, reflecting the cyclical patterns of life and nature. So does the solar eclipse of 2024 carry a prophetic implication for mankind? This is where we tread the path of speculation, conjecture, and personal belief. For some, the eclipse might echo the sentiment of old legends, a whisper of divine intervention. For others, it might be a simple reminder of our place in the universe, a humbling show of cosmic power. But it's not just ancient civilizations that held these beliefs. Even in modern times, many cultures interpret eclipses symbolically. Some see it as a moment of spiritual transformation, a time for introspection and growth, while others view it as a harbinger of significant global changes. Regardless of personal beliefs, one can't ignore the fact that a solar eclipse is an astronomical marvel that elicits a sense of awe and wonder. It's a moment that reminds us of the grandeur of the universe and the precision of its mechanisms. A moment when day turns into night, stars become visible, and the sun's corona, its outermost layer, displays a spectacular glow. There's a prevailing belief that dramatic celestial events like the solar eclipse somehow resonate with the rhythms of our own lives, that in some way they mirror the ebbs and flows of human existence. And so, as we stand beneath the shadow of the moon on April 8, 2024, we might find ourselves in a state of introspection, examining our own life trajectories and pondering our roles in this expansive universe. Whether this eclipse is a harbinger of the end times or a simple celestial event, only time will tell.